Here with you because you are all our friends. We've been with you for many years, and we thank you for voicing out our views to Nigerians. And our constituents are very, very happy with you. So keep the good work you are doing. Today, we agreed with all our members, the senators, APC members, the senators, Senator Barrow Jibril and myself, then the chief whip, and all the members that are with us, APC from the House of Rep members. Some are out of the country, some are here. Some have gone for oversight. But the few we have here are representing the large number of the members of the House of Representatives, who we are well pleased with, and we are proud of them. And you could see how Kano is booming. I'm sure most of you have seen the last rally we had in the stadium. The place was junk full with many people, Nigerians supporting, or Kano people supporting the government of Governor Ganduje and President Muhammadu Buhari. I'm sure it was aired live, and we're all pleased, we're all there. And we're so happy, so I came back with a good spirit. I wanted to address you gentlemen of the press. So if I may read my address on behalf of all the members here is that the Kano APC will give you a copy of our press release. I'm sure you find it worthy and interesting. So Kano APC National Caucus passed vote of confidence on our dear Governor, Governor Umar Ganduje. We members of the National Assembly from Kano State have viewed with satisfaction the exemplary leadership and performance of His Excellency the Governor of Kano State, Abdullah Umar Ganduje, in office since he assumed office, who assumed the mantle of leadership for the last almost 4 years. Dr. Ganduje, who came into office when a lot of factors seemed terribly against the tide of permeance for any state chief executive, especially the factor of economic downturn, typified by the huge slide in the size of federal allocation accruable to the states, shocked many with the outstanding achievements in the various sectors ranging from infrastructural development to human capital development. Kano State has witnessed a large number of roads in the country, in the states, especially the flyovers in Kano State. There is no other state in Nigeria that has this kind of unprecedented projects. The governor, who hit the ground running immediately when he was sworn in, to prove the bookmakers wrong with the speed with which he initiated and completed projects in the state. He also continued and completed so many high-profile projects initiated by his predecessor Rabi Konkoso and Mali Ibrahim Shekarau, respectively. And we are there when the president commissioned 2 hospitals, ultra-modern hospitals, were one of the best in the country, where Ganduje made it at 30%, and he completed those hospitals and also equipped them. President Buhari was there. One of the hospitals were named Buhari Hospitals. He had the opinion of either, has tried to finish a lot of projects initiated by his predecessor, but he chose a noble path of statesman by retaining and completing them, and did Kano State is currently a massive construction site. We therefore make bold to say that the leadership of His Excellency Ganduje has brought unprecedented socio-economic development to Kano State such as never experienced. The footprints boldly and clearly evident in roads, education, health, rural development, and human capital development. Little wonder the unprecedented crowd that attended the recent Kano, which I've just explained to you, mega rally, where thousands of the campees were welcomed to APC by the performing governor. The magnitude of the crowd was a fitting testimony of the sterling performance of His Excellency Abdullah Umar Ganduje in office and the support of all the members of National Assembly and State Assembly. The unmistakable glaring signal is that the people of Kano State have spoken, and spoken well, with one voice in the support of Ganduje's good work by coming out in mass to identify with him. Unfortunately, this outstanding performance of the governor has not gone down well with the oppositions, who are busy trying every trick in the books to discredit and tarnish the image of His Excellency, who has high rating in performance. Apparently to slow him down and also distort electoral projections for the relation of Ganduje and President Muhammadu Buhari, having seen Kano as a fertile ground for the electoral success of President Muhammadu Buhari. I remember that we promised that we would deliver more than what we delivered before, because we have benefited so much from President Muhammadu Buhari's performance in Kano State on roads and other projects. The most unfortunate aspect is that 30 roads, 30 moles within the corridor of power, who are more interested in their own personal ambition rather than the collective success of our dear President Muhammadu Buhari, have keyed into this devilish scheme, not only to undermine His Excellency Ganduje, but also throw spanners into the electoral fortunes of Mr. President so far in Kano State. These were strongly against it and working in the interest of better electoral performance by our people to Mr. President. The most are empty vessels and bad belly politicians who play little no role in the election of Mr. President in Kano State before Mr. President, through his magnanimity, brought them to aboard, but are now capitalizing on that privilege by trying to harm the interests of the President and the APC government in Kano State. There are people that had no interest, and in the art of promoting a selfish agenda over and above the collective interests of APC, and Mr. President through stealth of deceit and treachery. We call on our dear President to be wary of those persons. Those most must desist from their treacherous actions forthwith. They should be wise to understand that any evil scheme designed by opposition and supported by some of them, if allowed to factor, will not only affect His Excellency Ganduje, but Mr. President in the forthcoming election, which we work hard and we're sure that is taken over by events, because you have seen their action with the people during our last mega rally in Kano State. Finally, as major stakeholders in Kano State, we hereby state unequivocally that His Excellency Ganduje Umar, or Abdullah Umar Ganduje, has performed credibly well in the saddle of captainship of the state and has therefore earned our unalloyed support and vote of confidence by all of us and other members who are not even here with us. We hereby enjoin him not to be distracted by the agents of darkness, but to keep up the good work he is doing in Kano State. No amount of blackmail and sabotage and subterfuge can obliterate the excellent work that His Excellency is doing and has done and is still doing in Kano State. All hands must therefore be on deck to support Governor Ganduje to win his re-election in 2019 in order to continue the good work in the state of Kano. Finally, my distinguished friends and gentlemen, we call on the opposition, their selfish collaborators in our government, to desist from towing the devilish path of character assassination and outright falsehood and embrace issue-based campaigns as we approach the 2019 general election. Long live Nigeria, long live Kano State, and long live APC will win election come 2019 by God's grace. Thank you very much. And take Nigeria to the next level. Thank you very much.
Look at her smiling. I'm sure you believe in the next level.